Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Um, today's video, we're gonna go back to Loomian Legacy. We're not playing Loomian Legacy this time. As you can see, I'm on a Chromebook, so you see it's different. All right, so I'm recording this video today. It should come out tomorrow because I want to record 2 videos so that if because I have time today. I don't know if I'm gonna have time tomorrow, so I want to record it today and be like, okay, I'm record it today and then post it tomorrow. Then recorded the video, another video tomorrow, then post it the next day. You know what I'm saying? So that I make sure I don't miss any days. All right. In today's video, the thing we're gonna be learning about, the video is all about, the thing that the video is all about is the update in Loomian Legacy. Now, I remember I made a video about this some time ago. You know, you made a video about this some time ago, and yeah. So we're going to continue from that. All right. So according to Loomian Legacy, what has been the news is the update we're supposed to get for Sepharite City, which I told you guys in the last video. I will link the video to the last update video I made. I will link it inside the description. So in this street right here, this is the Llama Training Studio versus people who made the game. This is their Twitter page. So as you can see, this was released some time ago. I didn't get to record it because I didn't even know it existed. Now I know that it existed, and I'm gonna do it. All right. So we'll be updating the map in the LOOMIWATCH with the Sepharite update. It will now be the Navigate app and include information on each point of interest you visit in Roria. A new convenient feature for fast traveling will also be earned from Sepharite City Battle Theater. Now, as you can see, remember, if you go to the game, when you go here, you go to this part where it says green navigate. It will just show you like this place. It will show you RTD, and then you just click one of these two. Now, that's now because they're having a new update. They're going to release this, so you can see everything about the town. So they're gonna have teleports now. So we're gonna have Memphis Town, Chestnut Town, wherever, all these places. As you can see, Memphis Town already has a description. It says a quiet little town in southeast Roria, home of the Loomian legacy of Roria. Some archaeological my throat is dry. And some archaeological wonders have been discovered at the Memphis dig site. Now, let me get some water right now. Let me get my water. Now, what it's saying is that there's been some, I think it's called archaeology or something like that. There's been some discoveries, like, if you play the game, in the beginning you have the part where the rocks fly. That's an archaeological. I don't know how to say the word. I'm trying. An archaeological thing, because it's something of the It's something part of the I think it's archaeology. I don't know how you call it. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, archaeology is something about like the ground, dinosaurs, stuff like that. So it's saying there's been some of these wonders around the Mythos dig site, which is where you first go when you enter the game. When you first enter the game, you see that dig site and see the stones, all that. Anyway, let's go. So I'm gonna show you guys a picture. I'm gonna do a zoom up. It looks cool. To me, it looks cool because it's like the advancement. I've been waiting for this to come out because the last game was Pokemon Book who got deleted, unfortunately, by Nintendo. There was teleport, but it wasn't even teleport. It was you had your Loomian, your Pokemon, or your Loomian in this case. You had the Loomian fly to the nearest Pokemon Center, and that's how you do it. So I don't know if this will work. Like it will just fly you into the middle of the city or to your home in Memphis Town. Maybe it will fly you in the middle of the city or something like that, or to the Lumi Center, wherever it's called. Anyway, because Memphis Town doesn't have the Loom Center, so I'm not sure for Memphis Town, but I'm pretty sure for everywhere else. And maybe Kanoko Village and Igneous Hollow, maybe they won't have like a specific place to spawn. Maybe have the center of somewhere or wherever. But it does free that anyway. And one more thing before we even go, as you can see, you see the yellow, you see the three buttons: Battle Coliseum, Trade Resort, and I don't know what this is called, but right here, as you can see, let me get my mouse. Let me hook in my mouse real quick so that I don't have to keep on using the Chromebook pad because the Chromebook pad's not that good. All right. So as you can see right here, you can see that something is hidden. That means we're gonna have a new feature on the Navigate application. Anyway, let's go to the next video. So next picture that we did is before this even came out. Before he came out, he what do you call it? Before this came out, there was like a sneak preview. You could see the outline, the shadow of this of compactor. Anyway, with that going, I'm gonna pull up another tweet so that we can look at it because I'm gonna compare it to this and see like if I can get if we can like create a theory about the game. Anyway, compactor likes to eat trash. It's also the Loomians. It's also the Loomian that will help you complete puzzles in Sepharite City's battle theater. It looks like someone is protecting the rest of the info. So that means he's gonna help us move stuff, which is good because if you guys remember when we went to when we did the last video, it said I thought if we were going to what do you call it have to do it ourselves or Lumians are gonna help us, but I guess he's gonna be the one to help us for now. Next photo. So I'm gonna zoom in. Unfortunately, we can't see its summary, so we can't see anything. We can't see any summary for now. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. All right, so we're working on the Sapphire Cities Theater Puzzle Challenge. This is a look at your first person. You won't be solving the puzzle alone. Find out who will be helping you in another tweet with more information this next week. Now, the tweet they're talking about is this tweet. So in real comparison, this is supposed to be like this, supposed to be like this, and go here. So the tweet they're talking about is he's going to help us do that. So as you can see, I don't know what, I think that's him. That's compactor right there. Yeah, that is compactor. You can see his top. That's him right there. And I didn't even notice that. When I first bought it, I didn't even notice that was him. So I guess he's gonna help us click something or get something, maybe move something. I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. Next picture. Here we go. Now my comparison, here's my comparison. Do you guys remember the picture that I showed you guys in the last update? In fact, let me pull it up right now. I think it's on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I forgot to pull it up. That's my fault. Media. Let's see. Okay. I'll show you guys. This is a sneak peek. I'll show you guys later. Compactor, where is he? Oh, that's not Wimport. Here's Wimport. I think it's on Discord. Let me check. I think it's on Discord. I think so. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me go pull up everything on Discord and wherever. Oh, guys, I'm back. Alright, so, like I was saying, the thing over here, compactor, I think they're related in some way. Well, they are. Okay? The way they're related, and my theory is they're both going to be in the new update. We already know that. But my theory is they're related to each other. Because, look, compactor, listen to his name. Chomp. Is it compactor or chomp? Oh my god. It's chompactor. That makes a lot of sense why this is here. It's not compactor. It's chompactor. But the chom and pactor is the fusion of compactor. And if you guys know what the compactor is something that packs them together or like something that you use in a garbage truck to pack everything. That's what compactor. I think that's what a compactor is. Or something that used to crush something. So they mixed and said chompactor because he eats. See his spoon and his fork, so he eats and he has a compactor chomp thing in his belly. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, so he's gonna help us in that. So the way these two are related is because one, he's gonna be a new update, and so is he. Now, if you look in this picture, Wimport. If you look in this picture, this Wimport's finally evolved form, either second or final. I'm not sure. We're not sure. So for what I know right now, this is one of his form right here. They're related because they're both helping the city. Like, for example, look at him. You see him going through here, and my theory, you see the mist that came from here before when he evolved wherever, or evolve. I think that's what's called, evolve. Yeah, because I don't know for Lumia, I think it's different, but I think it's evolved. Anyway, so you see the mist coming out, whatever it's called. So you can see. So I think this he helps in a way because maybe he breathes in toxic mist because here it says everybody is incapable of cleansing toxic smoke. So I think he breathes in toxic smoke and lets it out as clean air, and that helps the city, get healthier because of all the factories and all the gas, all the stuff in the air that's messing up the air. So I think these two are like similar, are like in comparison because they're helping us, in our in the new city. Anyway, I didn't even mean to that. Let me open that right back up. Wait, go all the way over here. All right. So just hit come back. All right. Next photo. Let's delete that because I tried to zoom in on next photo. I think it's this one. Okay, next photo is this one. So this is the update map. Now, this is the funny part about the update map. Let me read this first. These are the next few updates that are planned for Loomian Legacy. More information about the mastery systems to follow. Special limited events are not shown in this roadmap. Okay, so according to what we have here, I read this in the last update video I did about this game. Here's the update. So I'm going to read them again so we can get a clear idea of what we're trying to learn. Alright, so Loomian Legacy Roadmap. Update 1, Loomian Mastery. Loomian Mastery was when you did some tasks and you got reward for it. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Let me show you. Let's see if I can go back here. The Loomian Mastery thing, which I think it was here. I think it's in another tweet too. Let me see if I can pull that real quick. I think I can pull that up real quick. I think it's somewhere down here. Yeah, here it is. Let me pull up right here. Alright. This is the Loomian Mastery. So the update 1, Loomian Mastery. This is Loomian Mastery. You do some, let's pull it up real quick. You do some things to get, some points. Now, I think the MP is called Master Points or something points. But you do stuff to get the MP. When you get MPs, it levels you up in the mastery level, and it gives you prize. Sometimes it can give you boost tokens, stat boosters and stuff like that. So as you can see in this photo, you can see someone has completed the evolution of what's it called? I know this is Zulong. I forgot what his name is. I think I have him. Don't I have him as a Loomian? Yeah, I do. Forgot what his name is. I think it was Wim something. Let me see. Wim. No, that's Wimport. What's his name again? I forgot what his name is. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'll search it up later. You guys know what I'm talking about. So in this one, the evolution to Zulong, it said discover all evolutionary stages. So that means you complete the evolution, as you can see, 3 Loomians. Then said earn 30 experience with the 3. So they earned it, they rallied it. So they rallied it 50 times and they knocked 30 Loomians when using it in battle. When you get that done, you get a golden star, as you know. It goes from there. So this is the Loomian Mastery they were talking about. Now, as of right now, we're in update 1. As you can see, it says players will have the chance to level up their trainers and earn useful items, including rally equipment. Anyway, so this is update 1. Now, unfortunately, the devs said that they're going to get the game out in May. What month is it? July. They were supposed to get that 2 months ago, but unfortunately, I think they tweeted about that too. Let me pull that up real quick. I think they also tweeted about that too. Pretty sure they did. Progress update on Sepharite City. We have to take a break. We have to take a week or two and take care of non-game related endeavors. So I guess maybe the coronavirus was like, maybe they worked together in the same place, and because of the coronavirus, they have to do all that. Anyway, we have to take a week or two and take care of non-game related endeavors. We're back to business now. We'll notify everyone when we're getting close to a release date. So you're gonna tell us when we're gonna get close to releasing it. And by that time, I'm probably gonna make another video, or when I'm doing another Loomian Legacy episode, which I uploaded a video today. So if you guys haven't watched it, today is June the 16th. If you've not watched it, go watch it right now. Or wait, finish this video, then go watch it. Like the video, subscribe, whatever. Anyway, so progress update, yeah. So they're going to tell us when it's close for it to, come out. So that's update 1. Well, this is update 1. Meanwhile, we have all these updates that are going to come. And if we know the Sepharite is going to take a long time, all these are going to take a long time. But let's finish up this update. I hope this video is not going to be longer than 3 minutes. Probably going to be longer than any minute. I don't know. Depending on how long it is, because the way I talk a lot, so it's going to be a long video. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to put the key points. So if you guys go in the description, you're going to see the time lapse. I'm going to put I talked about this here, talk about this here, all that. I'll try to do that. If I can't do it, unfortunately, I can't do it. But if I can do it, I'll try to do it. Anyway, update 2, Sepharite City, which is the update we're waiting for. Traveling to Sepharite City to take on Warrior's 3rd Battle Theater challenge and discover what secrets are hiding behind the walls of a dubious corporation. Now, according to what the thing is saying, is that we'll have to travel to the theater battle challenge and find out the secrets that are hiding behind a corporation. Now, if you guys don't remember, and people who are probably watching don't remember, if you've ever played Pokemon Brick Bronze, in the first, when you enter the game, you talk to your parents, get your Pokemon, and then you come to the first route, and you see Team Eclipse, you don't think anything suspicious of them, because they're not doing anything suspicious. They're just over there talking to each other. So you're like, okay, hey, nothing concerns me. So as you can see now, the dubious corporation could be Team Eclipse. Because if you guys have played the whole game, which I played the old game, they finished it before it got banned. Thank God, I finished it before it got banned. So, but I didn't get my Loomians, all my Pokemon leveled up, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Anyway, so I got to the end. The end, anybody who has not played the end of the game, then you can skip. If you don't care, then you can stay here. But if you've not heard it, I tell you that you should skip. Anyway, what happens is that they were trying to make a portal to get into a new world where Pokemon will live by themselves, all that, yada 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 yada. So they did that. Unfortunately, they sent Jake. He turned evil against us and went into the portal. He did. He said, I think what happened is that he was not gonna turn evil or something like that. I think he was trying to be good or something, or he was trying to trick them. I think he was evil or whatever. I don't remember what it was all about, but I'm pretty sure he was trying to trick them anyway. So fortunately, he went to the portal. Excuse me. He went to the portal, and then the game ended. And then some months after that, the game got banned, whatever. So, and if you guys have played up to when you go to the first Battle Theater City, which I'm trying to do. I did an episode on that. I'm on Route 3, so I'm almost close to it. Anyway, so if you guys have got to that point, the theater leader takes you all the way to that cave. So the security guard said that someone else was here for the bad whatever, but it was supposed to be me, and it was actually Jake. Now, if you've not watched PB, you've not played Pokemon Brick Bronze, you wouldn't know. But if you look at him and look at his suit, you can see that it was him. Now, my theory here is that maybe the new world was going to be maybe the new world was going to be was going to be Loomian Legacy. Now, already in Pokemon Brick Bronze, they said it's going to be a Pokemon Brick Bronze 2. Unfortunately, because Pokemon got broken down, they called it Loomian Legacy. Now, they already, but I saw a thing saying that Loomian Legacy was canceled because of Pokemon. Now, Loomian Legacy was already in stage. It wasn't just because I don't think it was because Pokemon got banned. We have to make a new game. This is a continuation because as you can see, Jake, he came into that area and he said once a friend told me something, and that was us. In real sense, that was us talking to him, telling him, where. So he got into our world. So I guess this was supposed to be Pokemon, whatever too. But unfortunately, because of Pokemon, Nintendo saying that they banned us, they banned it, and now they have to call it Loomian Legacy. Anyway, so I guess this is Pokemon Response 2 in a real way, but there was no Pokemon. There was a Pokemon Response 1, but it's gone. Anyway, so I guess the dubious corporation is either Team Eclipse or the new team whatever with those three kids. Maybe it's them. We don't know yet. Anyway, update 3. UMV revamp. Our classic underwater mining minigame will return. Now, when it says our classic undermining minigame will return, is in Pokemon Breakdowns there was this laboratory in this one town. I forgot the name. I can't remember all the names. The only name I can remember is all the old name, but all the regular name. But the other names I can't remember them. Anyway, Sepharite was not in the last game, so I don't know if they're going to keep the name of the one. But so far, they kept most of the names. They kept Mythos Town, which was in the last game. They also kept Chesma Town. They also kept, I think, Ignis Hollow. I don't think Ignis Hollow was. There was a volcano cave. I think it was called Ignis Hollow. I'm not sure. So yeah, they kept most of the names. Sylvan City was one of them. Athena City, Athenian, they've not brought that yet. So I think that might be like a city major because Athena was the biggest city. So now they've made Sylvan City the thing because the audio for Sylvan City was the audio for Athena City before. Anyway, so when you remember by the underwater mining game, there was a laboratory, like I said, and you would buy these energy things, batteries, and you would go down into the water and mine from fossils and stuff like that, and items, evolution items, all this stuff. So when you after your body died, you come back up, and you can revive your fossils to get new Pokemon. So that was the idea. So I guess what's going to happen now is that we're going to have Loomians that act as those Pokemon that you could go fossil and all that. So I guess what's going to happen. So say UNV, or I think that was, I forgot what UNV stands for in the game, but I can't remember. Anyway, will return, allowing you to discover more rare items and Lumias. So that means the fossils are definitely going to be there, and rare items like the evolution items, other items that you can't get. Like I forgot what the name. What was the name for? There was a special item inside Pokemon. I forgot what it's called. It was a scale, something scale. I can't remember. I think it was like Moltres or not Moltres. Milotic. I think that's what the name of the Pokemon was. Scale, and I think it was very rare in the game. Anyway, let's move on to update 4. Battle Theater 4. Areas for Battle Theater challenge, new areas, new limits, Loomian, etc. That's how they give us. So there's nothing to even theorize around here because there's nothing they gave us. Until is that we have Battle Theater with new Loomian, new places, whatever. Anyway, and then with update 5, question mark, a new challenging cooperative minigame that takes you and your friends on a very adventure every time you play. Battle wild lemurs, solve puzzles, navigate mazes, and discover what lies beneath Royal surface. Now, with all this thing that they said there, I have no idea how to theorize. I guess we're gonna have a mini game, like I said, that we're gonna have an adventure and we have to solve stuff to find out the truth about Royal, whatever. Okay, with that being said, let's go to the next tweet. I'm going to try and make this quick. All that. So, wait, did I put that? I didn't put that. In this picture right here, you can see that, what do you call it? What do you call it? You can see the back, the Sapphire City, whatever. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see where I'm seeing. You can look in here and you see the Twilight. You see his Rainbow Gamma. Then you see Lando with his watch. Then you can see the background. We see this is a city, like an electronic city. You can see those lights that they have besides Sylvan City back there. You can see all those. You can see the Lumion Center over here. You can see a lot of things. You can see building. This is a bridge. Maybe there's cars on top, like Anthony City. So maybe like Sepharite City is gonna be Anthony City. The Anthony City had cars and stuff like that. It had It's like how can I compare it to like Tokyo in China? You know all those movies that have all those cars and all those like big buildings. That's what it feels like in this one, and that's what it looks like. So you can see at the back. I don't know if you guys can see, but see if I can like zoom in. I don't know if you guys can see, but if you guys can see what I'm seeing, you can see a NPC in the background with a black, and you can see another one. Maybe they're working on something, whatever. But for now, this is all we know. Let's go to the next tweet. Make it quick. Now, for what I know, people have two theories. They happen that this is a casino. Well, it looks like a casino because it gives you that New York billboard, not New York, Hollywood vibe. It gives us that kind of vibe and all that. Now I don't know why this is here or anything, but for now, that's all we know. So I guess according to what I'm seeing right now, I guess this might be a city with cars, or maybe we can drive a car because as you can see the mid lane of cars. You see the dashes, other dashes. If you go in the real in the lane, you will see the yellow dashes, and you also see the white line. You have a place where you drive if you're driving a car. So I think maybe the whole city is gonna be based on like cars and alleyways and stuff like that. I'm really excited because I'm tired of training on my Lumias. Like I still have some Lumias to train. I'm not really tired, but I want something new instead of me just staying in the same area. But pretty soon we're probably gonna get that. The devs have a lot of time. They put everything into their work to do everything they do for us. So we shouldn't rush them. But at the same time, I feel like I want to rush them. But at the same time, we shouldn't rush them because they have a lot of work to do. So the theory about this is a casino or the battlefield. To me, this looks like a casino. It makes sense for it to be a casino because of the light. I don't think this could be a battlefield. It could be too. But my own theory is a casino because it gives me that Tokyo, Hollywood vibe. Hollywood vibe of all those billboards that you see with lights and all that. So I think this might be a casino or it could be a bad theater, but we don't know. But according to me, this should be. But we might suggest this should be a casino. It might not be the bad theater, but where would the battle theater be if this was on the battle theater? So it might be the battle theater, maybe the casino is somewhere else and we don't know about. Next picture. Now, this is what gives us. Now, he says this is a battle theater. I'm pretty sure this is a casino because it wouldn't make sense for here to be here and have the battle theater that way. I think this might be the casino, and the battle theater might be a whole different place. Because look at the background. There's no way it could be like this different or something like that. Anyway, so we have Route 8 and the battle theater. So that means that the next episode, next update, we're definitely gonna have a new route. So instead of us just going to the battle theater, dwelling in the city, now we can have the battle theater and then have a new route. So I'm really hyped about how we're even gonna experience the whole battle theater and all that. But for right now, what we know is that we have a new route. Maybe it's finished, maybe it's not. We don't know yet. And we're gonna have battle theater. Now, if the devs are taking so long to just build that one part of the game, that means they have something better in store for us. And they said in the tree over here that where is it? I don't know where I put it. No, it said that they had some problems, whatever, with all those things, so they couldn't update the game, all that. Now I have one more tweet I want to show you guys. I'm going to Discord real quick. I'll be right back. Let me pause and then go to Discord and I'll show you the last thing I have for you guys. All right. So now as you can see we have the leaks channel. Now these are where the leaks are. Spoilers, all that. So we already know all these exist. Now I knew this is this, but that's why I'm going to pull up the Discord to show you guys. Now as you can see, this is something. We don't know what this is right now. But according to what I'm seeing, this looks like maybe it looks like a Tiki Man. According to his eyes and all that, it looks like a Tiki Man to me. Now it might be something else for you guys, but to me it looks like a Tiki Man, maybe a Tiki Pokemon, maybe Kabunga or Kabunga has a different evolved form, or maybe when you use one item, he turns to something else. And then we have a spoiler. Now, unfortunately, this is a spoiler. We can't even look at this and see. Okay, what is here. What we can see is maybe there's a person right here. There's something blue and white right here. We can't really tell what's in the picture. I can tell this is maybe like some gravel or some dirt somewhere, but you can't really tell what's going on. Now, the next spoiler, which is this is not a spoiler. Like they really tried us doing this. There's no spoiler to spoil. Like yes, this is just a wall, but Anyway, it was the compactor review. So yeah, a sneak peek. Yeah, I already know. This is something. I think this might be like a kitchen or a hotel or something. I don't know about it yet, but it looks like a hotel because of this. Indoor hotel plants, whatever. Then here's another. Here's the last thing I'm going to show you guys today. So as you can see, we have the Power Bagel. I think this is going to be like a coffee shop that we can go to and refreshing our Loomian's energy and stuff like that. I think that's what we're going to do. And maybe next year is going to be like a recording studio because as you can see the red light. Maybe it's a recording studio, and it turns red when it says on air or something like that. Maybe that's what it is because you can see someone's arm right there, but we can't really tell what's happening here. We can tell what's happening here. So maybe it's going to be like a shopping spot because in the Athenian city, it was also a shopping spot. There was always shopping everywhere. There was districts. There was a housing unit, housing district, shopping district. Pokemon gym district, all those stuff. There was just districts and all that. There was a housing, all that. So I guess this was they're gonna do in this place here. They're gonna do that, but they're gonna make it bigger. Everything with everything I've said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys liked all my theories and everything that I brought again with the update because I want to show a new update to everything that we've been going through. Like all these stuff, these are old stuff. All these are old. And the last thing I showed you, that I showed you, is I want to recap everything. The only thing that was new was this. Not that we already read that, but I had a new theory because of those two. Well, this is old too. This is old. This is old, but this is new. I didn't discuss it last time. This is old. I discussed it last time, but I had to discuss it again because I didn't know that was Trump factor. And this was new too because it came out maybe like I think it came out like some weeks after I posted the update video. Anyway, with what saying, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.